Dear students, we are going to discuss about the medium access control. Okay, we are in medium access control of wireless mobile communication. Okay, so what is the medium access control? Medium access control, it is known as the MAC. Okay, and the topic is explaining about types of links. Okay, the topic is explaining about the types of links, that is multi-access or point-to-point links, that are the multi-access, that is shared link. Multi-access means a system to number of systems or system to system. Okay, multi-access is nothing but it is a system to system or system to number of systems. Okay, point to point link means it is a specific line to system to system. It is a specific line to system. Okay, and types of multiplexing techniques. Types of multiplexing techniques, that are circuit based multiplexing and packet based multiplexing. Okay, circuit based multiplexing and packet based multiplexing. What is meant by it is based on circuit designing. It is multiplex, that is access, multiple access is performed by the circuit based, and it is packet based. Packet is networking based. Okay, see what is a MAC? A MAC, medium access control or media access control. Medium access control or media access control is set of functions to support the sharing of a single link by multiple endpoints. Okay, it is about set of functions, a set of functions to support the sharing of a single link by multiple endpoints. A single information, it may be a content, a file, or anything. That single file is transmitting to a different systems, that is sharing to a different endpoints, that is at the receiver end it may be more than one systems, but it is a set of functional points is transmitting through the transmitter and to multiple endpoints. Okay, so what is a MAC versus multiplexing? What is a MAC versus multiplexing? MAC is nothing but medium access control or media access control. The signals are transmitting through the single line. Where is a multiplexing? Multiplexing is defined as it is a technique which defines a set of instructions. It is a set of inputs. One input is directed as output. Multiplex is defined as MUX is defined as out of number of inputs. Out of number of inputs, a single input is directed as output. That is the difference between MAC and MUX. MAC is a set of functions is sharing. MAC is nothing but it is a file is sharing to number of systems. Okay, here a multiplex is nothing but out of number of inputs, number of connected systems, that out of number of inputs, one single input is directing, is pathing to as a output. As a output is known as the MUX, multiplexing. Okay, so what are the different types of links that we have? Multi-access links and point-to-point links. Okay, multi-access links and point-to-point links. What is multi-access links? It is for more than one system. Okay, typically used to connect multiple hosts to a switch. A switch is connected to more than one system. Multi-access links is nothing but it is linking to a number of systems from one connection that is there. And source is one connection and destination is more systems. Cheaper than point-to-point links, obviously, is it not? Point-to-point is every system has to connect. Okay, so more time, more system is needed. Okay, but here it is a multi-access link is through the wireless, so that it is easy, cheaper to connect to one to many. Okay, and mostly used in wireless networks. This multi-access is used for wireless connection. Okay, peer-to-peer, that is point-to-point, is used for that is wired connection. Okay, sometimes in wired networks through hub. If we use the hub also, we can use this multi-access porting. If we use this hub also, we can use multi-access porting so that a connection can be given to more connections. And point-to-point links. Point-to-point links, particular point to particular point system. That is typically used between switches. Okay, a switch is connected to this system and the endpoint is connected to that system. Okay, through the networking. In between the networking is there, so that once put one switch is connected to the other system, so that it will connect it to the systems by using the LAN. Okay, and increasingly typical between host and switches in wired networks. So it is difficult to use in wired networks. Okay, wired networks, this is peer-to-peer or point-to-point systems to define, to establish is more difficult. Okay, and are decreasing, so that it is nowadays it is minimizing into use this point-to-point. Okay, and just to recall what is multi-link networking. We just recall what is the multi-link. You can see by wireless networking, see the system is connected here like this. Is it not? The machine is different machines are connected in different areas. The different machines are connected in different areas, so that through the wireless, through the internet, and systems are connected, and information is sharing. Okay, information is sharing. For example, you can see there are the clients. Clients are using with servers. Okay, and it is connected through the network and through the LAN, through the network. Okay, internet. Okay, through the gateway or firewall proxy. Okay, so that it is connected and the information is sharing from point to point, from place to place, from region to region. Okay, from area to area. Okay. Okay, this is about this. And multi-access wireless link between host and switches. See, this diagram is explaining about how the wireless connection is established. Wireless connection is established through the internet, through the globally. You can connect a system to any system, whether it is mobile or system or laptop or TV or whatever it is. Okay, so through the globally you can use through multi-access, all the systems can be connected through the internet. Okay, and see multi-access wired link between host and switch. Multi-access wired link between host and switch. Here it is wired network and here it is wireless network. Okay, wired network and wireless network, where it is wireless. Okay, without wire systems are connected to the number of pieces. Number of pieces can be connected, number of mobiles can be connected, number of TVs, anything can be connected. Okay, and here systems are connected through wire. Wired PC, router, PC, wired PC, and switches. Okay, like this. Example is explaining about what is about wired network and what is about wireless network. Okay, see the usage of links is point-to-point links and multi-access links. Just now we have seen point-to-point is host-to-host or more generally end-to-end points. Host-to-host or host-to-switch are generally end-to-endpoint to endpoint, endpoint to switch. That is, for example, telephone, video, camera, or like that. See, we can connect a camera to system nowadays. You can see, is it not? Or telephone to video, or telephone to camera, or telephone to mobile. Is it not? So, like switch to switch, it is like switching to switching. Multi-access is like it is one system to many systems. One system to many systems. Okay, so this is about the history of about multicasting, and if you come to our topic, that is medium access control, it is the outline of our topic is types of links and types of multiplexing links. Types of links, it is multi-access links and point-to-point, and types of link multiplexing is circuit link, circuit-based link, and packet-based linking. Okay, see this is the classification of multiplexing. Okay, this is the classification of multiplexing. Multiplexing or MAC techniques. Multiplexing or MAC techniques are divided into two groups, that is circuit based and packet based. Circuit based and packet based, that is circuit based is about position based. It is about position based, space, time, frequency. Each multiplex data stream occupies a different position. Okay, so circuit based is about it is located at a position and it is a space divided and it is a specific time and a specific frequency range is applied to that so that it will be transmitted and it is streamed, okay, for different positions. Whereas packet based multiplexing, it is about packet header based. Packet header based, like, header carriers destination addresses. Header carries to the destination addresses. The packet that is transmitting as a packet and it is destinating to the address port. Okay, each multiplex data stream consists of packets. Here it is that the signals are in the form of packets or transmitting. Okay, carrying corresponding destination address. It is carrying to corresponding destination for specified addresses. Okay, circuit-based multiplexing. What is circuit-based multiplexing? It is about frequency division multiplexing. It is implemented in FDM, frequency distributed multiplexing, and wavelength division multiplexing. It is also used in wavelength division multiplexing and division multiplexing, time division multiplexing, and space division multiplexing. So when a circuit-based multiplexing is designing, it is designing based on the frequency division multiplex, and it is also called wavelength division multiplex. Okay, and it is used in the optical range. Okay, optical range where nowadays it is used demand in the transmission of the networking, and time division multiplexing and space division multiplexing SDM. Okay, is using in fiber net. Okay, what the strongest idea of transmission of data is fiber machine. Fiber, is it not? Through the fiber connection, so the networking is going on as a bundle. As a bundle of the transmission is going on. Okay. See, you can see here frequency division multiplex. Frequency division, how that signals are transmitting as frequency. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel like that. So here it is transmitting like this. Channel 1, it is transmitting through the air and it is going from, see here, like this. Okay, and it is connecting through all the three signals are connecting here frequency. Connecting here frequency. Channel 2 is also establishing and it is connecting to the frequency. Channel 3 are different frequencies. Okay, so different frequencies, that is, it is connecting here and it is adding. Okay, with different frequencies it is adding. See, this time schedule is different, this time schedule is different, and this time schedule is different. Okay, so all together it is transmitting in frequency like here, signal 1, signal 2, signal 3 is going as in a parallel. Okay, so it is going as a frequency distribution. Okay, so the first one is the original signal. The second one is signals modulated onto different carriers frequencies. Okay, with a different frequency, and this is 3 is the multiplexed signal. Okay, so FDM, frequency division multiplexing. Each communication session is assigned its own frequency for the session. A session is given for the, see here it is a time slot is giving. So like that, a session is known as a time slot. Each communication session is assigned its own frequency. For each frequency, a time slot is given. A few control channels, frequencies are set aside. A few control channels are set aside to that. Okay, and frequencies are released upon completion of the session. Frequencies are established and completed, it will be released. Established and after that it will be released until when the session completed. Okay, and modulation technique determines the required carrier spacing. The modulation technique is using for the required carrying. Okay, for spacing. 30 kilohertz for analog circular. Okay, 30 kilohertz for analog cellular is the capacity of that modulation technique is using here in this. And example you can say is each broadcast radio and TV station is assigned a different carrier frequency. For a TV or broadcasting television, a different carrier frequency is allotted, and for long held sessions, it is using for the long held sessions. So analog cellular systems is using for two frequencies are assigned. For two frequencies are assigned, one for reception and another for transmission. One for reception and another for the transmission. Okay. In the same way, TDM, time division multiplexing, is using for communication session. Okay. Okay. See, frequency and time, how the time slot is given for a frequency, you can see here, a time slot. See, time slot is giving for a separate frequency, and that frequency is carried through a carrier, and it is going according to the number of frequencies. See, number of hybrid, so that TDM, FDM is combined with the different time slots, and this is the basic principle of communication. Okay. This is how the frequencies are combining, how it is establishing, how it is combining. Okay, use of circuit-based multiplexing on different types of links. So, by using the multiplexing, the connections are connected. Okay, multi-access wireless link, that is for cellular phones. So, how the signals are transmitting will be connected through the mobiles through the wireless. Okay, to cellular phones, or point-to-point links between switches. By using the switches, it will be connected point-to-point switches. Okay, so use of FDM and TDM techniques on a multi-access link. This frequency division multiplex and time division multiplex can be used in multi-access multiplex. FDM sharing on a multi-access link is referred as FDMA, frequency division multiple access. We know that FDMA, CDMA system mobiles, is it not? So FDM is used for FDMA, frequency division multiple access, and TDM is using for TDM sharing a multi-access link is referred to as TDMA. Okay, time division multi-access. TDM is using for TDMA and FDM is using for FDMA. See, you can see this forward and reverse channels. How if you are talking to the other person, how the signals are transmitting from person to person. Okay, it also known as the reverse channels or forward channels. When you are talking to person, the signals are transmitting is forward. When you are receiving, it is known as the reverse channels. Okay, so in between switches are connected to the telephones or to the mobiles also. Base station and okay is connected like this. Okay, so example of FDMA scheme is advanced mobile phone system, that is AMPS. Okay, AMPS, spectrum allocation by FCC. Okay, that is frequency division duplex. Frequency division duplex is used for FDMA. Okay, this is the range of this frequency division is 20 megahertz is the width of the allocated band, and by it depends on the different standards which we are using in the system. Okay, so different ranges are there for different standards. Different ranges are there for different standards. Okay, it is based on the 20 kilo megahertz and 30 megahertz. Okay, see, this is reverse, forward and reverse, and this is forward, that is reverse. Okay, so this is the number of hertz are for going and receiving. Okay, this is like this. Okay, this is about the medium access control, that is MAC, and we'll discuss about further about this same topic, and we'll see in the next class. You go through with this, and if you have any doubts, you can mail me so that we can communicate. Okay, thank you.